Okay, so one of the best sales lessons that I've ever heard in my life, and one of the best usage or the best ways of using vision to sell and to make a point across, is something that a Ugandan general once said. Because there's this meme floating around on the internet. I don't exactly remember where I saw the meme, but it's of a Ugandan general. I forget the dude's name, but he had like a local Ugandan name. Difficult to remember, difficult to pronounce. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, so this general dude is standing there, and he's credited with a quote. And the quote is, I'm gonna make sure that I read the quote verbatim. If I see a pothole after we have paid for construction of a road, that contractor will pay with his head. it's impossible not to smile and laugh when you read this, because it's so right to the point. Hey, if we pay you money and you build us a road and there's a pothole there, then we're gonna chop your head off. That's the deal. And as brutal as it is, and obviously it sounds very brutal, there's a lot of sales and persuasion and business lessons hidden within there. First and foremost, it's a great way of getting the point across. Hey, this is the consequence. If you don't do what I'm telling you to, this is going to happen. But on a deeper level, when you're talking about sales, this is a usage of vision. As in, look, there are two ways you can go about this. You can either do A and get paid and walk away and everything is fine, or you can do B, where you defy your orders, your instructions, and then there's going to be a consequence, and that consequence is negative. Think about it the same way as, for some reason, I'm just going to use a very, very simple example, but the principle is the same. If you don't vacuum clean your apartment, then piles of dust and dirt will eventually gather, and it's going to look like a pigsty eventually. I mean, anybody who's lived for themselves, anybody who's moved out of their mom's basement or their childhood home knows this, that, hey, I actually need to clean up this place because otherwise it's going to be a mess. And the vision, or a usage of vision, is, hey, if you don't vacuum clean your apartment, if you don't clean your apartment, then there's going to be piles of dust gathering. It's going to be gross. It's going to be nasty. You can't stay inside really, and nobody's going to come and visit you. You can't live there. Anybody, like I said, that might not work for, let's say, a 10-year-old who's living at home, until you show him or her exactly what it's like when you don't clean. And this is the same way. Hey, if you don't buy, I'll use another example. Again, my lovely glass bottles. If you don't drink water from a glass bottle, and you continue drinking water out of a plastic bottle, you will consume microplastics, which will affect your bloodstream, which will affect your health, which may render you infertile, because there's microplastics accumulating in your semen, in your sperm, so that you can't father a child. That's pretty brutal. That's pretty gross. I mean, if I'm trying to make my wife or my girlfriend pregnant because I want more children, then I don't want any microplastics. Oh, and by the way, hey, if you consume microplastics and you end up fathering a child, then maybe you'll affect that child with microplastics, because there's microplastics in your sperm, and that will enter into your child's body when it grows as a fetus in the womb of your wife or your girlfriend. Think about it. I mean, I'm talking out of my ass here. I didn't know this to be the truth, but the bottom line remains. And what is objectively true is, if you drink water out of a glass bottle, you'll get the water. If you drink water out of a plastic bottle, you will get microplastics in your body. That's objectively true. And so obviously I recommend you should drink water out of a glass bottle. What's also objectively true is, apparently, if you work for the Ugandan military and you don't build a road without potholes, then you risk losing your head. Brutal yet efficient and honest sales lesson. If you want to learn more about sales, business, and persuasion, and you like to keep your head intact, no pun intended, well, a little pun intended, then get subscribed to my email list. The link to do so is in the episode description wherever you're watching or listening to this, and I'll see you there.